Missio. My name is Mikhail Bledsoe. I'm 24 years old and I'm from the United States, specifically from Texas. I have my bachelor's in agricultural education where I completed my year of student teaching. I also have my master's in agricultural science where I worked at the university as a lab instructor. I have experience tutoring at the primary, middle school, high school, and university levels. The reason I want to teach English in Korea is because when I was learning Korean, I had a wonderful instructor who really sparked my interest for the Korean culture. And so I want to be that kind of teacher for my students. And I also want to start putting the culture in agriculture in my future classrooms. The lesson that we'll be covering today is parts of the body. This lesson is for beginner students ages 14 to 15 years old. Before we get started with today's lesson, I would like everyone just to take a couple of minutes and draw yourself on your piece of paper. Okay, so today's learning target is I will be able to name parts of the body so that I can form sentences to talk about them. Okay, so let's repeat it all once more together. The next part of the body that we're going to be talking about is our eyes, right? And so when we talk about one eye, right, the singular form, we write it E-Y-E, okay? When we talk about our eyes, generally we talk about it in its plural form, right? Both of them together. So how do we turn a singular word into a plural? Yes, we add an S on the end, right? So I singular turns into eyes plural, right? When we talk about both of them. So could you pretty please write the word I on this note card so we can add it to our body up here? Okay, so now turn to your partner and practice saying I, eyes. Great, so now that we have all of our body parts up here, we are going to play a game, okay? And this is a game that a lot of American kids play. This game is called Simon Says. If Simon says, touch your nose, you would touch your nose. So let's do a couple rounds. Wonderful, okay. So now everyone will get a chance to be Simon, okay? So we are going to use the prompt, Simon says, and then our sentence stem, and pick a vocabulary word to go in that sentence, okay? So for example, Simon says, touch your ear, okay? So your turn. Simon says, yes, perfect, okay. Then let's go to the next stem. Good job, all right. So now everyone individually will get a chance to make up their own prompt and their own Simon Says command. All right, let's get started. So now I'm going to teach you a song that a lot of American kids sing when they are learning their own body parts, okay? So it is called Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, which is half of the lyrics already, okay? Then we've already learned all of these body parts, and so you point to them as we say them, okay? So it goes head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Okay, so let's all practice singing it together, okay? Phenomenal job. Okay, so now you are going to make your own song using whatever body parts you want to the tune of head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And once you get your lyrics together, you're going to turn to your shoulder partner and perform your song to them. All right, so now that we're experts on our body part vocabulary, we are going to practice forming sentences with them, okay? So remember, when we form sentences, it goes subject, verb, object, right? So for example, I like your eyes, right? So I is our subject, talking about I like, right? So I like your hair, right? You could plug in anything that you want here in this blank. Okay, so now turn to your face partner, right? The person sitting in front of you, and tell them, I like your eyes, okay? Your turn. So now everyone could stand up and match with someone, partner with someone across across the room that you haven't worked with before, okay? And we are going to practice talking to your partner using our sentences and our body part vocabulary, okay? So when you meet up with your partner to practice, you're going to practice saying these sentences, okay? So you're going to tell them, this is my mouth, right? Practice pointing to it, that way you can commit these more to memory. You all have done an excellent job today learning about the parts of the body. So before you leave, I'm going to give everyone a random body part, okay? And as you leave the classroom, I would like for you to come up, tell me the word out loud, mouth, right? And then place it where it needs to go, right? That way we can evaluate what we learned today.